So this has been going all over the place. Tyre Nichols from Memphis was beat to death. I mean, like, I say this all the time. Cops are the, man, when it comes to cops, they are the biggest gang in America, bro. They be wilding. They be bugging out. I tried to find a whole bunch of clips because I'm not about to show him getting beat on camera. But if you watch the video, bro, you watch it on your own time. But if you watch the video, this don't even look like a simple traffic stop, bro. They are beating that man to a bloody pulp. It's 5 officers versus 1, and he's getting pepper sprayed. Like, it looked like, bro, if you look at the footage, it looks like he getting jumped in by a gang.
We're going to turn now to the breaking news coming out of Memphis today.
And it was a white officer. I think it was a white officer. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm still finding out about this shit. But there was a white officer. It looked like he was white. That pepper sprayed him. Imagine you getting beat by 5. It had to be more than 5 officers because I saw him get pepper sprayed too. It looked like a white officer that pepper sprayed him. But anyway, imagine you getting beat by 5 officers and you getting pepper sprayed at the same time. 5 officers versus 1 person for a stop. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know why they got locked up. You know why they got locked up. They black. You know why they got locked up. It didn't take them that long to lock these motherfuckers up at all.
Today, and 5 former police officers are now behind bars facing a slew of criminal charges, including murder. Investigators say the officers beat 29-year-old Tyre Nichols so badly during a traffic stop back on January 7th that he died 3 days after the
That's crazy.
violent encounter. A family attorney claims police body cam footage shows the officers
they're not going to
Nichols
show that
nonstop for 3
they ain't about to show that. All right, good.
Kicking.
Because nobody needs to relive seeing that video like that. That is sickening. And the fact that it took a while for the body cam to come out, it's crazy.
Pepper spraying him and tasing him as he cried, "What did I do?"
The Memphis Police Department fired the officers last week after an internal investigation. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg in the newsroom with the breaking details. Lauren.
David and Liz, a district attorney saying that his department expedited the investigation because of the extraordinary nature of this case. He said that they worked swiftly and fairly, and now those 5 officers aren't just fired, they're also now criminally charged. Each is facing a second-degree murder.
They fired them and they charged they black asses.
Charge in the death of.
Took a while when the George Floyd situation happened. It took a while for that white cop to get processed.
29.
But hey, he got locked up. He got charged. So it is what it is.
Tyre Nichols. Additional charges for the officers include official misconduct and aggravated assault.
While each of the 5 individuals played a different role in the incident in question, the actions of all of them resulted in the death of Tyre Nichols, and they are all responsible.
5 police officers now behind bars. They're
5 police officers.
Charged in the death of
1 man.
Tyre Nichols, who they pulled over in Memphis for reckless driving. They're accused of beating him.
That's it. Reckless driving. Reckless driving, bro. That's what that's what the. I don't even want to look at the photo. That's what it turns into. Just reckless driving, bro. You was 5 officers. You couldn't just give that man a ticket and that's it. They say I don't even care. People go, oh, you shouldn't resist. You shouldn't resist it because they say they got away from him and listen, bro. It's 5 cops versus 1 man. Come on, man.
Badly. He suffered extensive bleeding and was hospitalized. He died 3 days later. And there is body camera video of
Nah, please don't show that shit. I'm like
traffic stop and the minutes that followed. That video expected to be released tomorrow. And last night, the Memphis police.
Oh no, this is before they released that. Oh, I'm glad I'm not trying to look at that shit, bro.
Urge the public to refrain from violence after they watch it.
I expect you to feel what the Nichols family feels. I expect you to feel outrage in the disregard of basic human rights, as our police officers have taken an oath to do the opposite of what transpired on the video. I expect our citizens to exercise their First Amendment right to protest.
Her department launching one of many investigations, including a civil rights probe by the Justice Department, and the DA in Shelby County saying the officers may face additional charges and others in the police department may also be charged.
We all want the same thing. We want justice for
be your own fucking people. Your own people that's supposed to, protect you. We say we need black officers in these positions so they could watch over the block, so they could watch over, neighborhoods. Say people look just like us. They supposed to be helping us. They fucking us up more than the white people.
Tyre Nichols.
And it ain't every cop. It ain't every cop. I'm not about to say it's all cops. I'm not going to sit here and say that. But come on.
It's my hope that if there is any silver lining to be drawn from this very dark cloud, it's that perhaps this incident can open a broader conversation about the need for police reform.
And Tyre's family issuing a statement this afternoon saying that the officers being held criminally accountable gives them hope as they push for justice.
Oh, it's over. It's over. It's over. People protesting, all types of shit. It's over. Because you can't let shit like this ride out. Like, nah. I mean, why it take so long for the body cam footage to come out? Like, nah, man. Nah. Like I said, I'm still fresh with the situation that happened. But that's just... Shit.
So I am joined now by Ravon and Rodney Wells, the parents of Mr. Nichols here and of Tyre Nichols, and also Benjamin Crump, the family attorney. I thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you. I don't know how you're holding up and able.
I ain't gonna watch all of it. I just wanted to,
do this under these circumstances, but we're certainly grateful that you're here.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Necessary. So unnecessary. I have to say this. Because, like Ms. Wells said, how swiftly they moved in Memphis and how swiftly the district attorney brought charges against these 5 black police officers.
Oh, yeah. Got them out of there just like that.
This is now the blueprint for America. When you see officers committing crimes on video, then you can't tell us that you got to go 6 months, you got to go a year. No, when it was these black officers, we saw it move swiftly. And so think about all the ones we covered, Don. I mean, the Tamir Rices, the Michael Browns, all these cases took so long for Lando Castillo for them to charge. But here in Memphis, we now have the blueprint that it can be done swiftly and efficiently.
You're shaking your head agreement and you're saying yes.
Yes. Because just the way they move so fast, I don't understand why they couldn't do that in other cases, but...
Come on now, you know why.
Just to know that they moved as fast as they did lets us know that it can be done.
You wanted first-degree murder charges.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they got charged with second degree.
Get that?
No. The charges that were filed against those officers are good charges. Those are the charges that I feel will stick. And so I'm happy with the charges that the district attorney has set forth.
20 days since this happened.
Yes.
Without your baby.
Yes. Yes, this is hard. No, I don't have my baby. I'll never have my baby again. But
just for reckless driving.
Do know that he was a good person and that all the good in Tyre will come out. And so that's what keeps me going, because I just feel like my son was sent here on assignment from God, and his assignment was over. It's over. And he was sent back home. And God is not going to let any of his children's names go in vain. So when this is all over, It's going to be some good and some positive, because my son was a good and positive person. And that's what keeps me going.
Have you gotten any sleep?
Not really, but it's what it is.
Mom, when did you first learn about this? How did you hear?
The Memphis Police Department banged on our door approximately around between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, asking if I knew Tyre Nichols. And we said, yes. What's going on? He's been arrested. Arrested for what?
Man.
DUI. DUI? My son don't drink like that. What do you mean DUI? Well, we had to pepper spray him and tase him, so he's being attended to by the paramedics, and we'll send him to the hospital, and then after that, he'll go to booking.
So they didn't even know he got beat like that until after the footage was... Man.
What? They then asked me, was he on any type of drugs or anything of that nature?
That's what they always do.
Because they were saying that it was so difficult to put the handcuffs on him, and he had this amount of energy.
What?
Superhuman energy. And what they were describing was not my son, so I was very confused. I asked if I can go to the hospital. They told me no. They left. My husband and I, we got in our car and we went to go see if we could find Ty, because he wasn't answering his phone or anything. When I asked them,
that's cold. That's fucking cold.
My son was, they said nearby. Nearby? What is nearby? I got nothing from.
So she went on a manhunt to find her own son that was beaten to death by these 5 police officers.
I think.
Boy, I tell you, the cops are the biggest gang in America. They defend that. I'm telling you, they stick up for each other, bro. I'm telling you.
Now that I'm actually putting things together, I believe they were trying to cover it up when they first came
Hell
to
yeah.
my door. So around 4 o'clock in the morning, the doctors called from St. Francis and said, Mrs. Wells, do you know your son's in the hospital? And I said, yes. I was advised by the police officers. He said, why aren't you here? And I said, the police officers said that I couldn't come because he was under arrest. The doctor proceeded to tell me that my son had went into cardiac arrest and that his kidneys were failing. This doesn't sound consistent to somebody being tased or
pepper sprayed.
When my husband and I got to the hospital and I saw my son, he was already gone. They had beat him to a pulp. He had bruises all over him. His head was swollen like a watermelon. His neck was busting because of the swelling.
Jesus Christ.
They broke his neck. My son's nose looked like an S. They actually just beat the crap out of him. And so when I saw that, I knew my son was gone then. Even if he did live, he would have been a vegetable.
The fact that they made this woman give her no information about where her son was at, no information that her son was in the hospital, and that's.
So once I got to the hospital, all the police officers were basically whisked out because I heard that the TBI had taken over the investigation. And that was it. They spoke to us, asked a bunch of questions, but I knew something wasn't right. I just didn't understand why they stopped my son in the first place.
You said that you thought from the initial time when they contacted you that they were trying to cover up. Why did you think that?
Well, I didn't think that initially. As I started getting information, and information was coming to me, because they made it seem like the stop and the start and the stop of the was at a certain location, when actually they were less than 80 feet from my home.
You talked about what you saw. Now, I hate to bring this up, but I just have to be honest. You know Emmett Till?
Yes.
It's reminiscent of that.
I haven't seen the video.
I'm talking about what you saw when you went to the hospital.
Oh, yes. 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 That was terrible.
Dad, would you say? You agree?
Your own fucking kind.
Because I'm the one who took the picture that's being circulated. And I took the picture because he was in such horrific condition. He shouldn't have been in that condition from pepper spray and tasing.
He was never conscious.
No.
You said you believe if he lived, he would have been a vegetable.
Yes.
The last words on that video that America's going to hear, and Miss Wells, he calls out for you 3 times. Gut-wrenching screams for his mom.
Yeah. I'm gonna end it here. I hope I hope this family gets justice. Them cops need to burn in hell for what they did. That's insane. That's insane.